Hello everyone, respected organizing team and judge panel. I am Rajnish Shah of St. Xavier's College, Maitighar, class 12. I would have mentioned my batch here, but again, I am doing my plus 2 for last 2.5 years. The sudden transition from traditional face-to-face learning to online learning has resulted in a terrible change in the way educators deliver quality. It has been an entirely different experience for learners too, and the coping isn't getting any easier. Let's talk fact. Given that only 13% of the schools have the capacity to offer ICT-based learning, pandemic has led to the closure of many educational institutions. In the year of the pandemic, the number of students scoring A plus grade in a SEE has increased by almost 300%. That too with majority of schools closed, students with half level and teachers with maximum number of holidays. This isn't a miracle to celebrate, but the incompetence of educational and examination board to control the quality with minimal resources in ICT-based learning system. The number of graduates in pandemic year has quadrupled, and the reason is the same. The funniest part is the majority of these graduates are barely functional in terms of skills and knowledge. When it comes about e-learning in Nepal, openness, sensibleness, adaptability, learning approaches, sustainable learning and educational strategy are least of our concern. Given that majority of students is unable to afford digital learning devices or lack of proper internet facilities. Moreover, only private schools are using digital support for education. This has created a substantial gap between the students of government and private school who shared the same batch before the pandemic. This has resulted in unfair opportunities and inferiority complexes among the students of same age group. Furthermore, given the average screen time of 10 hours for students during the pandemic for educational, personal or entertainment purpose will be key problem to deal with in the future. Physical and mental issues associated with rising screen time worsens the effect. Excessive exposure at family conversation and discussions creates unnecessary stress and emotional episodes to the students. When the family's day-to-day earning type, the amount of tension and a struggle just for survival makes the individual insane. Besides, poverty, starvation, and the struggle for survival due to the pandemic has suppressed the significance of academics in those families, resulting in higher dropout rates. Increasing cases of child labor has been seen in Nepal in recent few months. Even with the institution with the ICT-based learning capabilities, the virtual dropout rates have increased by 20% because of uncontrolled and indisciplined environment. This is the reason why institutional education with actual presence is more effective than online or digital education. The aura around this institution is filled with positivity, enlightenment, and wisdom. People enter this place with the mentality to learn new things, which makes it more compelling, and this is the same explanation why we are missing good academic performances. We all understand the need of practical education for better academic education. However, due to the pandemic, the practical part has been missed all along. For past couple of batches, our educational system is merely producing theoretical level manpower. There is a long waiting list of students for expertise and specialized training program run by private and government bodies. Furthermore, the lack of extracurricular activities in education system is another reason for not providing an all-round development of students. The physical, social, and mental aspects of students' growth is majorly lacking. A study conducted by Brandon Hall found that e-learning requires 40 to 60% less employee time than classroom training. This will result in major unemployment problem, and we already are witnessing it. Given the primitivity of ICT advancement, pandemic has been a tough period for educational sector. However, it has forced a few advancement as well. As for the interest of safe environment, Nepal is growing ICT in educational sector where Digital Nepal program is being executed at its best. Improving e-learning platforms have provided the opportunity to learn from the best at home conditions. Individuals are presenting themselves to new abilities and idea gathering as a result of which students are being creative and independent. Researchers shows learning retention rate improves from 8 to 10% for face-to-face training to 25 to 60% for e-learning. Whatever the positivity we count, this actually is an unnatural environment for individuals, not a choice. Unfortunately, it will be an issue to adapt rather than a progression to acknowledge. This period has been a caution for students and educational sector to be better and accessible in any situation introduced. The significance of growing digital and adopting changes in propelling world is being practically demonstrated. The production of partially skilled manpower has been an eye-opener to the people about the amount of respect the educational institution deserve. This isn't the best circumstances to be in. Yet, we all have learned the important lesson of being more independent at our academics and be the best version of ourselves. Thank you everyone for letting me express myself. You all have been a great audience. This is Rajani Shah, class 12, St. Xavier's College, Maitighar. I wish you and your family well. Have a wonderful